So in this 10-minute tip today, we're going to talk about keeping in contact with students primarily via text, although I have one other thing I want to remind you about. And Michael Kirkland is going to share an app that he uses, and I'm going to share a web-based one with you, and then one other thing if we have time. So now I'm going to turn it over to Michael and let him tell you about his app. Michael?
Okay, good morning everyone. This is an app that I originally searched for last fall to take attendance to make that easier, and then found out that it had lots of other features, and I wanted to increase engagement with the online classes anyway, and so I've been using this for the last 2 semesters, and with the attention placed on progression, retention, and graduation, I thought it'd be a good time to implement. This is an image of the app if you look for it in the App Store. The phone that I have is an iPhone, but it also works with the Android system. It was $4.99, and it's worth every penny of that. I want to show you through the app and some screenshots and just show you how I use it. This is a screenshot from last fall, and I'll be working through the fall 2014 eCore class just to show you examples of how the app works. So what you would do is you would just choose fall 2014 eCore in this case, and you can take attendance, or you can mark people absent for the purpose of isolating them to contact them later. So if it's a traditional class, you can just take roll, and it's very easy to do that. Saves it, and then it exports it to a spreadsheet. Or what I've done with online classes, since the class list and the Georgia View system records their login history, what I do with online classes is if they miss an essay or a discussion or a quiz, I mark them absent, even though they're not technically absent. I mark them absent so that the app can isolate them, and then I can text them or email them. So at the beginning of a semester, what you would do is you would request their cell phone number and an external email address, and you plug it into an Excel spreadsheet, then you upload it, and all the data is then transported into the app. So this is just a generic screenshot with John Brown and Jane Brown, so forth, and you mark people absent in a regular class if they're really absent, or in an online class if they've missed an assignment. And once you mark them absent, then the app can contact them through text or email. So after you've taken roll and marked them absent, you come back into the app, and you can click on text or email with this screen. And if you click text, then it automatically goes into your SMS text message, on your phone. For this, I don't type anything specific because of FERPA, and I don't want to embarrass anybody. What I do in this text message is I point them to an email, and I say, please log on to your class and check your email. And then in the email, I will have a more specific or detailed message pertaining to a missed assignment. So a lot of students, as you know, they communicate through text more than any other way of communication.
But Michael, so you kind of hack this app by marking, like after test 3, you would go into it and mark absent people who, for instance, failed test 3, and then you might send them a text message about doing better the next time or something like that, right? Isn't that the way you use it? Or they missed paper 3?
Yeah. You could do it lots of different ways. You could do it people who failed, and then contact people who missed it altogether. However you want to tailor it, you can do it. This is a screenshot of an individual record. This is a generic record, Janie Brown. But you would have an external email address. And if you clicked on this screen, for example, if you clicked on just her mobile phone number, the 678 number, you could then do just a specific message just for Janie Brown. So lots of different ways to use the app, either mass announcements for a specific announcement. For my in-class class, just this weekend, I had an extra credit paper due Monday, and so Saturday morning I sent my entire traditional class a text that just reminded them of the extra credit paper that was due Monday. So lots of different ways to use the communication tool. The app also has some reporting capabilities, and again, we'll stay in the fall 2014 eCore class just to give you an idea of the reporting capabilities. There are 4 different reports that it can generate: spreadsheet, summary, note, and info. And I'll just very quickly take you through these so that it can show you. First thing you do is you select a date range, so you could do it from the beginning of the semester to the end or between tests or however you want to do that. This is how you set the date range. All of you are familiar with that. Once you do set a date range, you can then go back into each individual student, and it'll say, for example, this is a real student. Her name was Jayana Few, and she missed, because this was an online class, you can tell she missed 3 assignments throughout the semester. And it even gives you the date that I ran the report. Or this is more of a spreadsheet report where it will tell you the number of, and again, this is an online class, so this is telling me how many assignments a student missed, or how many times I submitted them for the at-risk report. And these names are blurred out for FERPA reasons, but another report would be total number of absences or missed assignments. And that's pretty much it. The report's really good for taking roll in traditional classes, really easy. Just walk in with your phone as opposed to a grade book. At the end of the semester, it can export it wherever you want it, or throughout the semester.
What was the name of the app again, Michael? Denise wants to know.
Attendance app. It's just called Attendance app.
Okay. Thank you. And email and call Michael if you want some more information about that. I'm going to take just a minute here to, thank you, Michael, to show you another web-based application. This is called Remind. You can find it at remind.com, and you should be seeing the screen now. Everybody seeing that okay? And if you have your cell phone handy, let me ask you to do what you see on the screen there. You're going to text 81010. So open your text messaging on your phone and text to 81010 as you see. And in the message, put @CTEM. If you've got your phone handy, do that for me. Text to 81010 and text in the message @CTEM. And when you do that, you automatically get subscribed to this class that I've created for free in Remind.com. So see, Denise has joined us here, and anybody else that does will be added there. And then all I have to do to text everybody in this class is up here. The class is called CTE Messaging, and I just type my message. And I'm typing, hi, remember the assignment is due tomorrow. And see, Michael has joined us, Pam, etc. So here it is, and I'm going to click send. And if everything works correctly, you just got a text message back from me with that message. And it's that easy. Again, it's free. It's called Remind.com. You do have to get the students to join, as you see here. But once they're joined, you just go to this interface on the internet and type out the message. You can also schedule messages, like I can type this ahead of time and click on schedule, and it will send it out at a predetermined time, so I have to do it right at that exact moment. But that's a pretty cool thing called Remind.com. And we're out of time, but I just want to tell you very quickly, or remind you very quickly, that in a course, this is a course in Georgia View under communication, you have intelligent agents. This doesn't text students, but intelligent agents are emails that you can send inside Georgia View automatically. And won't have time to go into how right now, but you can create the messages to go out based on certain criteria, like how they did on a particular quiz. Select the quiz, select the score, and then you would send, they would receive this pre-written email. And remember, you can use replacement strings, so it can say, John, I see you failed quiz 3. Remember that you need to read your book, etc. This is something you can automate and import from semester to semester. That's really a nice way of adding some regular communication to students. I don't think you should overdo it like everything a student does. They get one of these email messages from the system, but it's a nice way of communicating with students without you having to do anything during the actual course. You can build all this stuff before the course starts. So that's Intelligent Agents. If you want help with Intelligent Agents or Remind, can't really help you with Michael's app, but I'm sure he will. Just let us know. As always, if you would like help setting it up or figuring it out, just give me a ring and we will help you with it. So that's today's 10-minute tip. We're out of time and we'll stop the recording, but do we have any questions now?